Mama Ducks, Baby Duck, Mr. No Ducks himself, quack, quack. But watch this though. Well, y'all can tell by the title what it already is, man. I'm about to sit up here and grind on this WWE 2K26. Man, I'm actually behind. And if you follow me all these years on PlayStation, my PlayStation account, y'all know when it comes to these WWE games, man, I be 75% through within the first few months. I can't even lie to you. I am nowhere near close to being halfway through. So I'm finna get back in it, man. I'm finna start grinding back on here like I used to, man. The first match we finna play, we got the Junkyard Dog versus Abyss. We're trying to get this number 68 card, man. So without further ado, we finna jump right into this. I'm gonna be off and on my mic. Y'all may actually hear some stuff playing in the background that I'm listening to because I don't like to just play the game. I also like to, listen to a lot of podcasts and definitely when it comes to wrestling, religion, history, you know what I'm saying? You can throw a little bit of entertainment in there with quite a few celebrities, but I haven't played that type of audio on here. Look forward to that stuff in the future. Shout out to everybody for the Happy Father's Day wishes on yesterday. Hope y'all caught the G4G takeover her and my kids took over the pulpit, man, presenting me with some Father's Day gifts. I apologize for the audio, man. I'm still trying to get this audio stuff together. I should cut my camera on and show y'all all these different mics that I have, but it is what it is, man. So, y'all tired of hearing me rant. So, without further ado, we about to jump into this match with Junkyard Dog and Abyss. It's a one-on-one match. I ain't even gonna go check the stipulations. We just gonna get into it. Right now, I'm listening to Paradigm Shift TV 314. The brother DMG said Ortega. It's a couple of other brothers up on the panel too. They just got an open panel. Of course, Paradigm Shift is a platform where people host debates in which I also debate over there as well. Y'all can go check out the platform. Look up my name. Y'all to see a couple of my debates over there as well, man. So again, without further ado, let's get into this video and let's get into this match.
We got Jose in the building. Jose, let's say it, respond, and said you got some.
I need to respond to that position. My quick brother. I need to respond because the art of listening, there's an art form to listening. I clearly...
just in case y'all wondering what they're talking about, the brother voice that you heard, that's said, he's talking about science. He proposed a question to DMG, about spirits and souls and, all that stuff that science doesn't even try to detect. Science deals with the natural world. So he posed that question to the panel, and the other brothers were pretty much giving their response to it. I think that was Cosmic. They just got through going, saying that he's a religious person, just like myself. And we believe in religion and science. Only the atheists try to make it seem as if people who believe in religion also does not believe in science. Well, that can't be true because we know when it comes to modern science, it's a credit to Christians. Christians are the inventor of what we know today as modern science. Christians have won more awards in science than any other organization on the face of this earth. And just to be honest, we wouldn't even have public schools and stuff like that if it wasn't for Christians, for them to be able to teach us science in the first place. So, I don't even get where the atheists be coming from, but that's what's on the table. Let's get back into it.
There is a correlation, but there's no causation. You can't say there's causation for the same reason that you see people that can engage in science and have their religion. I clearly stated that, right? However, that correlation is there. You look at the Bible Belt. You look at certain countries around the world with high religiosity, and there's a correlation to poverty and low education, etc. So I did not say causation. I was very adamant about that. So there's an art to listening. Now, if you don't know what scientifically...
That's something that Captain Cesariak says all the time, and I forgot what Captain Cesariak stole it from, but they think that they be really saying something deep when they say it's an art to listen. It ain't even the fact that it's an art to listen. You should listen to understand, you know, rather than listen just to respond. But anyway, shout out to Sid.
Literacy means how can you address that position? That is another thing that is often done. I was very specific. We are not talking about the scientific method. We're not talking about protons. We're not talking about neutrons. When we talk about scientific literacy, we are talking about a specific way in which you engage with data, in which you understand the natural world around you, and thereby allowing you to make civic decisions, parenting decisions, financial decisions, healthcare decisions. You understand when something is pseudo. You understand that from the time someone says you need to stay away from amino acids, let me not do the flim-flam. When you hear the Dr. Sebi nonsense, you're versed enough to be able to understand that is pure tomfoolery. You will not get scammed out of your money. You will not get scammed out.
But Dr. Zabi them is a part of the conscious community. Like, no Christian people was following that stuff, buying them products. That stuff was going to the people who thought that they were Egyptians and think that they're Israelites and think that they're Indians and think that there is no God. Those are the people that was just follow that type of stuff and get those type of treatments. So what is he talking about? But anyway.
Of your health, you will not get put into positions.
And it's just crazy that he say stuff like that because, again, you can see several people from the conscious community, a lot of the people that he follow and also have been on their panel, those were the people who came out exposing people like Dr. Zabi after they bought the products from this dude. Christian people, at least the ones that I know, we was telling people that stuff was trash since day one. So, like, go to the doctor while you listening to a dude on the corner with a stand and some tables. But hey,
where you are in trouble, right? I said there is no need to attack your religion. I focus on teaching scientific literacy because of those specific points. And you yourself will have to challenge your religiosity. That's the statement I made. So if you are going to address what I say, please just address what I say. The disingenuousness in responding is what makes it difficult for me to engage. That's why I do my set talks. Because if I clearly stated, why would you come back and do exactly causation, correlation, fallacy, which I would never do?
count out.
I give the floor.
I got counted out.
Good night, DMG. Happy Father's Day. I set up a debate with Gideon for July 30th. Are we Hebrew Israelites? So we waiting for you to set up a time for that. And
okay, July 30th. What is July 30th? Is that a Saturday or a Sunday?
I think it might be a Saturday. I'm not sure.
But all right, I'll look at the calendar and then I get back to y'all.
Are we Hebrew Israelites? Then we have a face-off between Asar and Silky, so they can decide.
He's been a Pox in some of the top promotions for years.
Okay. What?
You never know what blood-curdling things Abyss has in mind whenever he steps into the ring. But it's hard.
I remember I told you got full autonomy if you're gonna be the one that's moderating.
They weren't sure exactly, so I said let them do a face-off and let them decide what they want. Gideon challenged me.
Okay, yeah, no. What I'm saying is, reach out to the brothers and see what day they can do it, so you can moderate.
I don't have Silky's contact. That's the only reason why I didn't do it at the time. So,
all right, I reach out to the undeniable superstar Silky D, and you holler at. Matter of fact, I'll holler at both of them, and then I'll let you know what they say.
All right. And I see Cosmon Cow in the building, so I'm challenging all the Owaspies, definitely, and I'm challenging boots on the ground as well. Because they make
you say his name, and he shall appear, man. The undeniable superstar Silky D just hit the panel. So make sure you go to Hurt and then go to Silky. I'll be right back.
All right. First, go ahead. Say what you had to say.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, fam? Yeah, I just wanted to chime in because as we listen to Cedric, he always come with these points that are purely Eurocentric. But he don't say that, and he don't point it out because he thinks that it's normal. And when he says, ignoring the causality of the situation, why would you ignore what caused the situation in the first place? When you're talking about health and poverty, you talk about you see around the world, what caused them civilizations to fall into poverty? Was they always in poverty? Have they always been like that? Or did situations happen that caused the poverty in those civilizations, in those countries that we see today? And we all know what the cause was. Europeans bringing in their religion, bringing in Christianity. There's a reason why you have these civilizations today in poverty, but you don't have Europe in poverty. So we got
what? Man, that sounds so stupid, bro. Christians have the most food pantries. They have the most orphanages. They have the most clothing drive than anybody, than any organization in the world. What is this dude talking about? The reason why people are in poverty because Christians are there. What? Christians don't even run the majority of the world. Like, what is it? Like, the stuff these people say just be crazy. But that's the reason why, a lot of times I like having conversations with these type of people and debating these type of people, man. But it just be crazy to me how some of the stuff that come out their mouth, man. But watch this, man.
Look at these causes, and then you can't blame the religion for the causes that Europeans hide behind. And Mariba Ani showed this in Urugu. They hide behind their religion.
Okay, well maybe I must have heard him wrong. I thought he said it was because of the Christians. Okay, he said Europeans and not the religion. Okay, I take back what I said.
Return fire from Abyss. Brought back.
They used it. They used Christianity as a tool, as a weapon. Same thing with the Arabs. Arabs did the same thing. So to say that you don't want to look at the causation for the reason is stupidity. Because we cannot tackle and find a solution by saying get rid of the religion and just focus on science. That's not the damn solution. Because they still gonna be in poverty. You still be a part of that because you're using the science as another tool, as a weapon of exploitation. Scientific and being universal. This is what Europeans brought in, and this is why you see countries like African countries like in the Congo that's exploiting the #1 uranium and cobalt around the world, but yet they still in poverty. They still suffering. So it's not just the religion. It's not just the science. It's the whole idea. It's the results of colonization.
Here is your winner.
And the system of them, as Wade Noble says, it's a disease. The European mindset is a disease for black people, and it kills us. And we can't even see it. We don't learn to separate it. Separate Western thought from African thought. And let's see the different results. It hasn't been done yet. So these are the things that I just couldn't throw out. And
this is something else that boggles my mind about people who have that type of ideology. They act as if colonization didn't exist before Europe or before Europeans started colonizing people. Man, colonization is as old as what other Africans didn't colonize other parts of Africa. I think some people are under a false pretense to think that Africa is unified. You know how many countries are on that land plate? Different countries, African people who are split up. Like, come on, man, like, stop it. Colonization wasn't invented by no Europeans. And we didn't first start seeing it happen once Europeans started doing it. Like, stop it.
Leave out the causation. While we can't, you have examples of religion being helpful to people, on that spiritual uplifting their emotions and endorphins and stuff, and helping them. You can show the same thing. Whereas religion, is detrimental to them because they spending all their money, at the churches and stuff. It's the same thing. You can show this. You can show the good and the bad. But I just said we cannot leave out the causation of why it is happening. It is not just a spiritual thing. And science is not just the answer.
I like that.
You have to decolonize. We have to do decolonization, decolonize our mind. That's the primary thing.
Now, yeah, I like some of what he's saying, and I also disagree with some of what he's saying. So I like that he's saying, science isn't the end all be all, and just like, you can't just throw religion out there and say that it's the end all be all. He's saying that it's colonization. I mean, man, somebody was gonna do it, and it's not gonna stop. I mean, we colonize. I mean, I don't live a bad life. When I say bad, I mean, like, I got a roof over my head, I got food, I got clothes, I got a way of travel. I work, I got a wife, I go out, I get to go on vacations and hang out, do all that stuff. So if this is what colonization feel like, then, I mean, colonize me. I'm just saying, if that's the case. So watch this stuff.
So I just wanted to chime in and add that little bit.
All right, Silky, go ahead. Reading science with scientific literacy.
Exactly. Let Silky go and then you can respond. Go ahead, Silky. I got you, Cedric. Man, I just came.
I'm good.
I got you, Cedric. Let's a 2-on-1 going on, but yeah, man. I just want to say shout out to the panel, man. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm gonna pass it. Peace. Listen, as I said, I put in a challenge out there to the Wwe2k brothers. Definitely, and I'm putting a challenge out there to boots on the ground. Any and every one of them who want to debate can come and get that debate. If anyone here on the panel wants to talk about a debate, then you can go ahead and do that. So I don't know. Anybody want to add on to anything?
I mean, Jose, I've been looking for that smoke, and I can't get none. I debated Silky twice already, so I'm not going to debate Silky. Heru,
we're going to fast forward to some of this stuff.
So I got to be like you, Jose, and call out everybody, but I know I'm going to end up waiting for him.
DMG got to set up that face-off because I don't think you guys have a concrete topic that you guys want to talk about here. So.
No, we got a few. We got a few topics that I want to. He tried to say that the sub-Saharan Africans was the ones who started Nubia or Kemet. So we got that there. Yeah, there's a few things he said in that live we had that we definitely can.
All right, so. Set up that face-off. They're probably gonna have me moderated, and you could probably throw out 3 to 4 topics and see what's popping. Because that would be a good debate. I don't know how well I don't know who's gonna win that debate because I know you are definitely standing on big Berber business. So and he's definitely a Shamsu Hor or Shamsu Asar. So I don't know who's gonna win that one. I don't want to call that one, but that's gonna be a good one.
Let me get your name.
Hercules, you ain't calling nobody out?
Hey, real quick, I wanna do a challenge, but I gotta see where the brothers stand on it. A1, if you still in the chat, if not, I'm gonna have to hit you up later. I say me, the infamous DMG versus A1. Was Christianity forced on enslaved African Americans? I'm the negative. I'm the negative.
Nope. I would take you on that, DMG.
What? Go ahead.
All right, we'll see. We'll see
if you don't take it, I'll take that.
We'll see what A1 say, because we're gonna try to do that joint pay-per-view, or he can do it members only, and I can do it members only, and we'll both get the residuals from that. Run these memberships up. And mine is super cheap, so you know, $5 a month. $5 a month. But if he don't take it, Jose, then me and you. But y'all carry on, Jose. Hold it down.
Yeah. You see, unfortunately,
Jose, I got a question for you. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't know, and this is my stance, right? I more take the stance of syncretism, a blending, and I don't think. And I'm a member of Wwe2k26 Set. I don't know if you know about Wwe2k26 Set. At Wwe2k26 Set,
I think that's probably the biggest Kemetic organization in the United States, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah, they're very quiet, but apparently they are.
Yeah, because we're a secret society. We're really a secret society. No matter how
don't say that, Steve.
Oh, you mean a secret team?
Jose, I'm sorry. So, what'd you say, Jose?
I said, don't call it secret society, because then they're going to say you keep it secret and you're amazing.
Well, I mean, the rituals, our rituals, you don't see our rituals on the internet. And even
they teach them the ancient secrets, supposedly.
Even if you read Meduneter, the way that he outlines it, you never learn the rituals by reading Meduneter. You gotta actually be there and participate in the rituals.
But remember, some of those texts are considered cryptex would be if you.
I don't know what direction they went in from right there. I got some stuff chewed up.
Sent flying out of the ring here. Vice getting excited. What she's gonna do. She leaves the ring, but
yeah, I'll hold up for a second. Okay, looks like everything going smooth. All right, let's see. Okay, looks like everything going smooth. Gonna find us something else to listen to. Well, I ain't listened to Diesel Davis videos. He dropped. Y'all know Diesel Davis, man, the NWWO. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother over there. He got the show Charlotte Flair sabotaging Jade Cargill is her second nature. Nature girl. I haven't saw it yet. It's 27 minutes. Hey, let's get into it. I know YouTube commercial, man. Ooh.
New Wrestling World Tour.
Shout out to Dietrich Davis.
Dietrich Davis. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, immediately take your seats on this beautiful Sunday service, because we got a story to tell. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Sunday service, we got a lesson that needs to be learned. Ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Sunday service, on this beautiful Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to all of you out there that created life and raised life. Unfortunately, we have men like Ric Flair, who has given birth to life, who helped create life. And unfortunately, the apple does not fall far from the tree. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to part the aisleways because one of these people we got to get down into BTA, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really fed up with those AI video tools. Slow generation, high costs, complicated operations, and
the other person is just going to catch strays because they's the pappy. Welcome down to the front of this beautiful house of the NWWO. Welcome down to the front of the congregation, Charlotte Flair. And also, welcome down her father, Ric Flair. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you smell the alcohol, it's coming off for Rick. These two are about to cry and say this is not who they are, but welcome her down to the ring, and down to the front of this religious ring we call the NWWO. See, this religion around here. And we are the gods. Come on down to the front of the congregation. Don't let them touch you. Reptilian skin runs on them. Don't let them touch you. It rubs off, ladies and gentlemen. You want to live a great and beautiful and wholesome life.
To be honest, y'all know what I do over here on the religious tip, you know, how we break down the Bible and all that good stuff, have the Bible debates and all that. I would love to have a conversation with Deidre Davis about religion. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I follow his channel. The way that he do his wrestling content and mix the religion into it, you know what I'm saying, like that. Yeah, I did that, you know what I'm saying? But I am a little skeptical on what he believes because a lot of the stuff that he say, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the conscious community. You know, I debate people in the conscious community. I'm a Christian, and we debate against people in the conscious community. Now, I've never seen Deidre Davis in the conscious community before, but some of the words that he used and some of the stuff that he say, I know that it comes from the conscious community. So, yeah, I would just wonder what his worldview is, and I would love to have that conversation with him. But watch this, though.
I'm about to go on the JoJo Siwa cruise, mainly for the...
For those of you in the standing room, please come back together. And I want you to say with me, kneel before the house of the NWWO. And I want you to also say with me, kneel before your man himself, Deidre Davis. Rick and Charlotte Flair. The two names ironically come up as legacy and history in the house of professional wrestling. Don't mind me, the neighbors are arguing. Ric Flair, Mama and Daddy, it's the day for it to go down as Father's Day. But ladies and gentlemen, Ric Flair once said that women do not belong in professional wrestling. But yet, his most prized possession is the woman who helped single-handedly change professional wrestling without us even realizing it, Charlotte Flair. But people who were designed for change, people who were designed to create change, people who were designed to lead a new generation suffer from an issue of jealousy, suffer from an issue of hate. You can say that I'm making it up. But Shawn Michaels was supposed to lead in the new generation.
George and Jr. are fed up. They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today, but they went to autos.
And he hated and buried on everybody. Now, he leads the new generation. But he was supposed to lead the new generation back in the day. Him and Bret Hart and Diesel and Razor Ramon, they were supposed to lead the new generation. But yet Shawn Michaels was that leader. He was supposed to be the leader of the Attitude Era. But yet Shawn Michaels fell that ass because of selfishness and thinking it should all be about him and being a little spoiled brat. Charlotte Flair was damn near handpicked to lead the new generation of professional wrestling's women that was supposed to lead them to the next stage and next level of their lives and their careers. She wasn't supposed to always be on top, but as she said out her own mouth, her job was to lead the next woman to become champion. This is why she is umpteen-time world champion over and over and over and over again, and infantatum, and she will be world champion once again. It just has to write itself into the storylines as they do in the WWE. But 2 Saturdays ago, Jade Cargill became the dirtiest player of them all, just like her daddy. 2 Saturdays ago, there was sabotage on the streets of the WWE that was seen all over in front of the eyes of the IWC. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, it was. You want to know something amazing about that? Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair stood face to face. They've been building for these two going up against each other for months, damn near a year and a half. No, 2 years. They've been building up to Charlotte and Jade going one-on-one with each other. Now, instead of meeting each other in rampways, they were standing face to face across from each other in rings. Jade Cargill, as I broke down to you ever so gracefully, got up on the 3rd rope and sat down. Charlotte Flair climbed up on that 3rd rope. Before throwing a punch, before throwing a slap, Charlotte Flair, the new dirtiest player in the game, grabbed her hair. Everybody likes to say, oh, her wig fell off. I heard YouTubers say her wig fell off. I heard YouTubers sit up there and say, oh, it was a mistake. Charlotte grabbed. There was no fall off. For any of you cocksuckers saying that, I saw a lot of you white boys say that. Charlotte Flair took her hand and put it on the left side of Jade Cargill's head and grabbed and yanked and pulled it down. And then began to smack the back as Jade grabbed her wig to pull it back in position. Smacked the back of her, smacked her on the back, gave her the suplex, and then pulled her hair some more as she landed on her back. She has suplexed many women with extensions and wigs. Never has she pulled their extensions off, and never has she pulled their wig off. See, when I talk about the white woman wig issue and this, that, and the other in the last episode, a lot of white people jumped in those comment sections and they had the nerve to say to me, oh no, Dietrich, white women don't wear wigs for the same reason black women do. Yes, they do.
What?
It's their invention.
What?
You don't say nothing in the Jewish community when all of the married women wear wigs because they can't show their hair no more. We don't.
Man, my daughter took cosmetic. After she got out of high school, she went to the cosmetic schools and all that to do hair and to do makeup and all that stuff. Bro, what you mean white women don't wear wigs and weaves and hair pieces and 27 pieces and all that good stuff? What are they talking? Man, they can Google they can Google it, like white women for weaves. Like what are we talking about? That is crazy that there are people out there who don't know that white women wear weave. Now, I mean, come on, man. Are y'all married? Have y'all ever I'm talking about those type of people who don't know that women wear wigs and weaves and 27 pieces and sew-ins and all that stuff or whatever. Have y'all ever spent the night with a girl and woke up with her that next morning? I mean, like, and then definitely if you married, like, come on, you not married, do y'all wonder why a lot of times it take our wives all that time to get dressed and why they go to get their hair done in the first place, or they do their own hair and all that stuff? Like, what? it's crazy y'all don't know that females wear weave. Y'all must be around y'all must be hanging around them but the bros too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the mess out of wrestling. Wrestling is my #1 love, but like, come on, man, y'all might need to get some some female energy around y'all if you didn't know that. Not only women wear weaves, but white women do too. I mean, like, they even got dude weaves and 27 pieces and hair clips and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised to know that grown men didn't know that. All right.
Say nothing when a white woman wears her wig because it's supposed to be aesthetic and art, I guess. Yet I gave proof in the last episode how big of a market that is and bigger than it is.
You can see the hair pieces and extensions and stuff in the girls' hair, even just on WWE itself. I hope y'all don't think that that's a lot of they full hair. Like a lot of white women, they hair be thinning. You know, and if you know anything about her, you know what it's like when you have like a full-headed, and then you can have hair, but your hair be thin. So a lot of the girls who hair are thin, they'll get these clips and they'll clip it in. They'll pull their hair up. They'll find the thin layers and they'll clip her right there on that part so it can look full. Like they even do it in their ponytails. Like they'll slick their hair back. And they'll put a band on it, and they will add pieces to it to make the ponytail look longer or make it look like. Who don't know this? Now, of course, I don't wear weave, but I got long hair. My son got long hair. You know, I got dreads. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But my daughter got long hair. Both of my daughters got long hair. You know what I'm saying? Like what? My wife got her too. She ain't you know, she ain't got a buzz cut or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But she wear weave. Like all of them do. They put some colors and stuff in their hair. You think that they is dyeing their real hair? Like what? I think like a month or two ago, my wife had you know how when a woman get older and her hair turns silver, you know, it get that little silver white look to it. Well, my wife had some braids and all of it looked like that. It looked silver. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of them. She didn't dye her real hair. Like like what's wrong with these people? Like it's girls who you see like Blackheart, Shotzi, Alexa Bliss, when you be seeing their hair be two-toned or two-colored. Not saying that you can't get it done like that, but that damages a female hair. When they put all them products in their hair to get their hair dyed and fried and all that stuff, you can damage your hair like that. So what they do is they would get weaves, they would get sew-ins, they would get thread, so they can put that color in their hair. Like, y'all don't know that, but I guess.
Is for black women.
That's crazy.
No. I told you to look at Roxanne Perez and look at her ponytail. I pointed out the fact that Charlotte and all of them be wearing 32-inch weaves.
Yeah. Like, I mean, how they don't see that?
All the way down to their buttocks.
How y'all don't see that? I mean, I guess. Like, it's obvious. Like, it ain't rocket science. Like, that's what they do. Why y'all think they go to makeup? When they say makeup, it ain't just makeup. Like, they getting all that stuff done. Hair, lips, facials, they getting beat. I like all that stuff. Like, yeah, y'all got to be some lonely dudes, bro.
But that don't make no never mind today. Because Charlotte, who's a weave-wearing person, she's a hair hat wearing herself.
What they call
she
her
wears
hat.
wigs. She wears weaves. She wears...
It's a hair hat. Her hats. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. That's the first time I ever heard that came from his mouth. Like, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever back then. That was long time ago. But watch this though.
Extensions. She wears clip-ons. Violates the visual presentation of another woman because of jealousy.
You don't need a speaker. Your phone's real volume is locked. I'm about to show you a secret that the Android...
Matter of fact, MJF, the job, he not wearing a weave, but he went and got implants in his hair. Y'all remember the storyline that they just had recently with MJF? Dudes even do stuff like that. of course, you know, implants is not like a wig. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something that you put in and take out and put on the dresser. You know what I'm saying? Before you go to sleep. But same thing. They even got male wigs. Some of these wrestlers who you see that got long hair. Some of the dudes that have long hair, whether they black or white or Mexican, some of them do the same thing. Dudes that got like braids, a lot of times you can just start growing your braids, and when you just start growing your braids, you don't have no hang time. You know, hang time is all that length in between your head and your shoulder and your neck and all that stuff. Some dudes would just start out getting braids, and their hair is right up on their head. So what they'll do is they would get extra hair put in on each braid so that when they get their hair braided, they can have hang time. Like dudes do it. I mean, I ain't saying I agree with it or not. I've never had to do it, but yeah, people do that. Like it's 2026. Like what's wrong with these people? Oh, okay.
Of jealousy of another woman because of jealousy.
She was looking good.
I'm slow walking the dog on this one.
I mean, Jade always looked nice.
Because of jealousy and sabotage. See, Charlotte Flair knows when she stands in front of Jade Cargill, she ain't got the muscle she ain't got. She ain't got the stomach Jade got. She ain't got the ass Jade got. She ain't got the body Jade got. She don't got one aspect of beauty and muscle combined that Jade Cargill carries as a 1-2 punch. And she definitely don't got Jade's face card.
That is true.
Charlotte Flair allegedly might be racist.
I don't know about that.
I thought about this for a long time. Her father, according to Teddy Long, Ric Flair, is one of the most vile person to black people ever there was. Allegedly, he called black men niggas on a regular basis and would make them carry his bags into the building. Men like Rocky Johnson. Oh, I ain't making it up. Go ask Tony Atlas. Well, we're going to give a happy Father's Day to Ric Flair, right? Go ask Tony Atlas. He said Rocky Johnson will run. That's the Rock's daddy. He will run to go carry Ric Flair's bags. Ric Flair was flagrantly disrespectful, and Teddy Long confirmed that and will die letting us know how foul and disrespectful and racist Ric Flair is. I ask you, does the apple fall far from the tree? I will tell you no, it does not fall far from the tree. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to show you an image from 2008. That image right there is of Charlotte Flair. Would you like to know why this mugshot from 2008 that she's smiling in front of the cops is about? See, Charlotte Flair in 2008 got into an argument.
Yeah, I remember that picture too. I remember what happened in that story. But of course, I'm going to let Dietrich tell it. But I will say this, because me and my daughter be talking about this all the time now. Of course, you know, we see Charlotte with her makeup on every time we see her come down the ramp. And when she's on TV and all that stuff. Have y'all ever seen her without her makeup, man? Charlotte is not a pretty girl, man. I mean, I'm just being 100. Like, she don't really have a body or none of that good stuff. I like Charlotte. I'm talking about as a wrestler and stuff like that. Her character, the stuff she can do, all that. Yeah, I like Charlotte. But on the subject that he's explaining right now, when it comes to just when a woman look at another woman, oh yeah, man. Say a lot of these girls ain't got nothing on Jade, bro. They ain't got nothing on Jade. I don't care what the sport is. We talking about just woman to woman, period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. A lot of girls got to catch their issue when it comes to Jade. And then, hey, if that is the case, that Charlotte is hating on Jade for that woman-to-woman type of stuff, man, that's messed up. That is straight up sad. And people need Christ. You know what I'm saying? You can't be hateful like that. You know, I understand competition, but where do you draw the line when it comes to something like that? Yeah, she's done that move maybe thousands of times, but all of a sudden you try to embarrass somebody on national TV, and I don't even think it's embarrassing. I mean, it's messed up that you would pull my hair out like that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is a weave or a wig or a sew-in or whatever. But ain't nothing embarrassing about it because we have this thing called fashion. It's called cosmetics. You got people that go to hair shows and they sell out places just to go see people do hair different kind of ways using wigs and weaves and all that stuff. So like, ain't nobody embarrassed about it. But if Charlotte did that to her to try to make some kind of point, you know, or to try to embarrass her, for lack of a better word, yeah, that's messed up too.
A little bit of a scruffle. Happy Father's Day to Ric Flair. Cops were called, and uniquely, Charlotte was dating a man of the African American race at that time. In this parking garage, there was a verbal dispute. The police are called. Charlotte, the cops pull up. She's calling old boy a bunch of niggers.
Street relic, hidden treasure. Begin your exploration. Dive into the relic.
I mean, she having sex with him.
Treasure
I mean, sure.
Battle begins.
I don't know if she racist or not, but people say stuff out of anger. But hey,
the Raiders. Guard, fight, guard. Download now.
Allegedly.
I don't think that word. I don't think just saying
the cops that come up are of African.
I'm gonna say that again. Yeah, racist people do use that word just as well as non-racist people. But for me and myself, I don't think just because of a word, I don't think that automatically make a person racist. And that's just my stance. I ain't asking anybody to feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? To be racist to me it's an act of. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it comes from an ideology. Of course, it comes from the mind and all that good stuff. But it's an act of. It's an act towards. You know what I'm saying? So just saying a word within itself, yeah, I don't think that make nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? Show me, demonstrate to me. And once you do that, then hey, I ain't got to deny, I ain't got to wonder, I ain't got to do none of that. But just a word itself, nah. And that's just my stance on that.
In American descent, Ric Flair and his daughter Charlotte Flair are now confronted by the cops. Charlotte Flair starts throwing racial epithets at the black officers, calling them all types of niggers and chigaboos and all these names, allegedly. She then puts hands and feet, like she was meant to be in the WWE, on the bodies of said black officers. She had to be tased and taken down to the ground. See, white women will sleep with us. They will fetishize us and still be racist to us. Don't be fooled when you're standing across from your own Charlotte Flair, a.k.a. Ashley Fair, because that's the real name. Charlotte is tased, taken down. She goes to the police department, and as she's proud of herself, because she don't respect the African American, because she does not respect the diaspora, there she is, ladies and gentlemen, smiling. She wasn't even a celebrity yet. She wasn't even famous yet. She wasn't even in the WWE yet. And there she is, down in the Carolinas, beating on, spitting on, and laughing at a bunch of niggas that are police officers because she saw herself as better than them. That mentality does not change. The apple does not fall far from the tree. If you go into a police department and you laughing in front of some cops because they were African Americans and because you disrespected them and you laughed at them and then you hit on them, spit on them, and they had to tase you and take you down to the ground, and your white privilege shows up in a mugshot because you think it's funny. We have to think about that type of adult. She's almost 40 now. She was damn near 30 there. Adult behavior. That is Ric Flair's daughter, ladies and gentlemen. That is our current person shooting to become once again a multi-time WWE Women's Champion, who is ironically in a program with Jade Cargill. Let me read something to you, ladies and gentlemen, that you might want to comprehend. According to the Charlotte Observer, name of the newspaper out there, they wrote this article years later about Charlotte Flair, who hurled racist remarks at cops in Capitol Hill. The cops are suing her for $5.5 million because of her what? Racism. Jade, baby girl, pay attention. A lawsuit of $5.5 million was filed against wrestling icon Ric Flair and daughter Charlotte Flair alleges that she became out of control and an aggressor during a police incident in Capitol Hill, North Carolina. The incident, disparaging and racist comments. The lawsuit was filed this month in the Mecklenburg County by Charlotte Flair ex-husband Ricky Paul Johnson, the African-American partial one right there, who says Rick and Charlotte they brought this up multiple times in Charlotte Flair's book because they were trying to defuse this incident for a while. Back in 2017, called Second Nature, ladies and gentlemen. This was brought up several times, but the story was told only from Charlotte's side. The lawsuit also names World Wrestling Entertainment and Brian Shields as defendants. Shields offered the book because she's now trying to make money off of the racist and vile and violent incident. Ric Flair had not issued a statement, but a courthouse news reports that the WWE issued a statement. We recently received what papers to be a meritless lawsuit, and we will vigorously defend ourselves. Details of when the alleged incident took care is not given at the lawsuit. However, WTVD reported in 2008 that Charlotte Flair was arrested in Capitol Hill and charged with assault of a law enforcement officer in connection to an argument involving Ric Flair and Charlotte Flair, an unidentified 22-year-old man. They don't want to say that that man is African American or partially African American. The incident described in Second Nature, which was unidentified man, was Ricky Johnson, now 32. The book says Charlotte Flair was arrested while trying to be a peacekeeper.
Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox 1, June 11th through July 19th. Available with YouTube.
Because Ric Flair don't like niggas, allegedly. And I believe that man has some melanation of African American in him. And then, when the cops come, Charlotte Flair is hurling foul words to the boyfriend, allegedly, and the black officers, kicking and punching them. She's been arrested. Now let's bring this all back, ladies and gentlemen, and tie the knots of information to present to you the reality that we are looking at today. Imagine believing that your legacy is tied to your daddy and your whiteness, and new legacy is standing in front of you by the name of Jade Cargill. Yeah, this pictures of Charlotte and Jade going out to restaurants, hanging out, partying, on the beach together. Oh, you didn't know? That's what they do. They hang out with us. They make us their friends. Everything that Jade is, Charlotte cannot be, but wants to be. Married and happy with kids, with a child. Wealthy in the hundreds of $1 million. She's beyond the 1%, Jade. She's in the 0.1%. Access and excess of $150 million plus. Married successfully. Started her own personal women's baseball team that makes millions, ladies and gentlemen. She's making the coin. Every word that Ric Flair stole, every word that Ric Flair used. And I hate to tell you this, but where Ric Flair got his character from, half of it was from the black culture. The other half came from a book called Iceberg Slim. Go read the book. About 80%